Hey coaches, what's going on? It is Coach Tim here with another video, guys, and I got a really good one for you today. I'm going to talk about why is it hard to win games when you have a talented team. And this is a really good one because it's going to really help you really understand what it really takes to have a successful football team, a football program, and what may be hurting you guys. Even though you may have, a all-star team in terms of talent, but you can't finish games and win games. So we're going to talk about that. And guys, before I get into this video, do me a solid like and subscribe to my channel, guys. You'll be doing me a solid, guys. And if you haven't already, you can download my free Beast Formation playbook, guys. They average me over 35 points a game and just dominating. And what's so cool is, our 5- and 6-year-old team is running the Beast as well as us, and they are racking up the points, guys. And just super cool to see the little guys, running the Beast, the 9 to 10 run the Beast, and also my 11 and 12-year-old team run the Beast. So, and it's been very successful for our team. So let's get into this video, guys. So why aren't you winning games even though you have talent? What's the problem? Well, number one, guys, I think the biggest mistake that a lot of coaches make, especially youth football coaches, is that they feel like, okay, I got the talent, I got the plays, so I should be winning games. I got the best plays, out there. We running this spread, or we running this jet, or we're running the Beast, and we should be winning these games, right? Well, guess what, guys? It's more to go into football than creating plays and running plays in games. And it's more to football than just having, a talented quarterback, running back, and winning games. You got to know how to bring your whole team together. And if you like a program director like me, bring your whole program together. That means if your parents aren't on board, you're going to have some problems. If your assistant coaches aren't on board, you're going to have some problems. If the community even isn't on board, you can potentially have some messed up problems. And so, let's start with the parents, guys, because this is probably one of the biggest ones. And I'm unashamed to say that since I started coaching youth football back in the day, or youth sports period back in the day, I I see this progressive drop off in parent participation each year, to the point where it used to be where a parent would miss a practice or some, to now where parents would drop their kids off at practice and go about their business. Now parents don't even show up to their kids' games. Parents will not let their kid come to the game just because they don't feel like bringing them to the games. Just some piss poor, things that I've seen parents do to really sabotage their kids' overall success. I know that parents, they'll pull their kid from the team or a game or even a practice if they make bad grades. But some parents pull kids from the team just because they don't feel like getting out of the bed in the morning, or feel like dropping them off at practice 3 days a week. And it's so sad and it's so unfortunate. And when a parent do that, they not only hurt the child, but they hurt the team in which the child is on. So you can have a very talented kid in terms of their physical talent, but their life can be really screwed up because the parents are not supporting the kid and not really developing the emotional intelligence that a kid really needs to be successful, not only in the game, like football, but the game of life. And so, guys, that's something that's really been bothering me. This year particularly in the youth football world, because I never seen, a situation where you got multiple kids not showing up, not only to practice, but their own games, you know, um, multiple times, and it's almost like this sense of entitlement, that we just have to understand and deal with it, but you don't. And that's one thing that can really sidetrack you. Number two, guys, let's talk about these coaches, guys. One of the biggest things that I ran into, especially early in my coaching career, is that when you got coaches that are not on board with your philosophy, your coaching philosophy, your vision for your team, you're going to run into problems. Usually you're going to run into problems with the coaches talking crap behind your back. You're going to run into them trying to change plays, try to take over, and in worst cases, you'll try to get them trying to sabotage your team or your program and try to get you out of there. And so it's super important, guys, to make sure you got coaches who are on board and understand their role on your team and they stay in their lane. Some coaches don't know how to stay in their lane. If you got a coach that's an offensive coordinator, he don't need to be telling you how to run your defense. If you got a coach that's a defensive coordinator, strength and conditioning coach, he don't need to tell you how to run your offense if you're over your offense, right? And so a lot of these coaches, they don't know how to stay in their lane. They don't understand protocol, order, structure. And so you have to check them. You got to check them fast. Because if you let it go once, it's going to just build, and build. And, before you know it, you're over here frustrated because you feel like you don't have your team no more. I mean, guys, I've had it where coaches would try to take your kids and have their own independent practice with your kids and your team, and you're the head coach, and they don't let you know. They try to do this crap behind your back. I've had coaches where, they try to call the plays for you while you're coaching, or they're trying to create their own plays and implement and install their own plays, so they can get leverage. And I shut that shit down, guys, real fast when it comes down to, when it comes down to me and my coaching style. I shut those things down so fast. And to be honest, guys, I'm probably harder on my assistant coaches than, probably a lot of coaches are, because I understand how easy it is for coaches to get the big head and feel like they can do it better. And, a lot of guys think that, I know a lot of guys here locally where I'm located, I don't let a lot of outside coaches into my program. I like to work within, build within, and branch out, because I'm trying to build culture. A lot of outside coaches, they come with their own little philosophy, their own little agenda, of what they want and what they're trying to accomplish with their team, and they can care less about what you're trying to do as the head of your program. So you got to be, extremely careful about who you allow into your program, because I'm telling you now that there's a lot of people out here who do not have the kids' best interests at heart, and they will try to sabotage your program because they want a team that they can take over, and they got kicked out of another program or had a disagreement, with another program. And so now they bringing that mess over there to your program. You don't want that. You don't want that. All right, guys. And the last thing I want to talk about is community. Man, I'm here to tell you, I went to a junior varsity football game to support one of my former players. And the community was so behind those kids, you would think it was a a varsity football game. There was so many people there supporting the JV team at one of our local high schools. And it blew my mind, the community support. Even though that team, is not a very talented team, it doesn't matter. They got the money, the resources, the parent support, the community support behind them. And that's my point. If, you're running a football program, whether it's high school, middle school, even on the youth football level, and, it's hard to be successful when you don't have the community support you need. It's extremely hard to be successful when you're not set up for success with the community. You have to, the elementary school won't let you turn in flyers. The high school won't let you use their field. The middle school coaches don't take youth football coaches serious. Like, when you have those problems and they want to allow you to be a feeder program for that community, you're set up to fail. You're set up, to be put, in a bad position, guys. So, this is my best advice for you guys. Find a community, find a location that supports you 100%. Even if they don't support you 100%, they support you 80%. If you got the traction, if you're a youth football coach and you got the traction of the elementary school, you need to take advantage of that. If you got the support of the high school, take advantage of that. Build them relationships. It's so important. It's so vital to build those relationships, guys. But if you got these communities where they don't want you, they give you resistance, major resistance, when you're trying to help these kids in this community, guys, you may have to move on. I'm gonna just be honest with you. You may have to move on. You may have to consider going somewhere where they embrace football, they embrace culture, and they want you to be successful, guys. And hold on, guys. Sorry about that. I'm on this main highway, guys. But yeah, guys, you have to be around in a community where they actually care and support you, and they actually support the cause of what you're trying to do. Because in my experience, guys, when you're in a community and they don't really support you, and you have to pull teeth just to try to get a flyer in a school, it's hard to win, it's hard to be successful, it's hard to be happy in the long run. So, guys, I hope you got a lot of value out of this video, guys. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, guys, because we're trying to win more games and score more points over here. And, that's what it's all about when it comes down to Beast Out You and what I'm trying to do. I want you guys to be successful coaches on the high school, middle school, and youth football levels, because that's what it's about, guys. We want to be the best of the best in what we do, where we're at, for our kids, not for us, but for our kids. All right, guys, that's it. This is Coach Tim with another video. Remember, be great, have fun, and beast out, guys. Peace.